Hey guys, Cookie here. So Swanee and I have been really enjoying the new Marvel Rivals game and have decided to give a try at covering the game and giving you guys some updates when things go down. And some things have gone down. A new patch has dropped with some future promises attached to it, and a bunch of new leaked content appears to be on the way as well. I'll talk about that at the end of the video with a spoiler warning if you don't want to see the leaks yet. So let's start with that patch. As I go through this patch, I won't be reading out everything verbatim, but will be summarizing most of it. So if you want to read through it all yourself, you can pause the video because I will show everything in this patch on the video itself. But if you want to see it for yourself differently, it will also be linked in the description. This patch is version 2024-12.10, and if you missed it, that is today's date. I only say that because it took my smart brain more than a few minutes to put that together. The patch starts off with this small paragraph. It says, "Greetings rivals, we're here to give you the scoop on version 2024-12.10's updates. We noticed that some spots on the edge of the new map would cause characters to become stuck. We've had a look at the entire map and have done our best to fix this bug. However, further adjustments still may be needed to fully resolve the issue, so we ask for your understanding while we continue looking into it and working on a way to prevent this from happening again." And that is in general what most of this patch is. Fixing big glitches and bugs in the game, and especially the ones that can cause crashes. It starts off with general issues on all platforms. These fixes are all mainly due to crashes. The first couple are about crashes that involve the highlights portions of the game. Then a couple things not displaying correctly, as well as some textual UI errors where the wrong or misspelled words were being displayed. It also mentions a freeze that could take place after having crashed out of the game, where a player couldn't get the game to close right away and would just be stuck. That issue has been resolved, as well as all the other issues stated here. Next up is the maps and game mode sections. They start off talking about the same issue they start off the patch notes with, which is the issue of heroes being stuck on certain parts of the map. It says on certain maps, particularly Hydra Charteris Base, Hell's Heaven, and Clintar Symbiotic Surface, special collisions on the edges would cause the player's character to become stuck or clip through and enter strange areas. These issues have been largely resolved, but as this affects multiple maps and areas, this bug may be present elsewhere. We will work to continue fixing such issues and develop a solution to thoroughly prevent them. The next two fixes involve the foggy areas of both of the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda maps. Both have been resolved, and both issues stemmed from hero ultimates that were not properly running. There's a few fixes to the Hell's Heaven maps. First off, the Frozen Airfield map had a couple aesthetic fixes to some visual glitches. Then the Hell's Heaven Eldritch Monument had a bunch of fixes. The first four bugs happen when the objective area is going up or down, and all four glitches end up potentially getting you trapped underneath the terrain, and all four of those cases have been resolved. Then it talks about an issue with the objective vehicle not displaying properly, which has also been fixed. And this last fix I find particularly interesting. It says, upon reaching the third round in competitive convoy or convergence, heroes had a chance to carry over their ultimate energy from the second round. This issue has been resolved, and heroes will no longer inherit their ultimate energy. I always thought that ultimate energy always carries over between rounds, but maybe that wasn't meant to happen on the final round, if there is one, so I'm not sure if I'm just reading that wrong or totally misunderstanding it, but that does seem like a pretty significant change to me. On to the hero section of the patch. The first two issues seem to revolve around the new MCU skins for certain heroes, like Wolverines from Deadpool and Wolverine, as well as Star-Lords from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Both of those are no longer issues. Iron Fist's pinging and voice lines have been corrected. Black Widow's settings are fixed, as well as her ultimate not recovering energy all the time. That's taken care of, as well as the interesting fix where Captain America's ultimate wouldn't end as intended. That has also been resolved. One of the only glitches I noticed while playing revolved around Doctor Strange's portals, causing the game to lose frames and run poorly when it was activated. That hasn't actually been addressed, but this glitch involving Strange's portals has been. It says when Doctor Strange's portals triggered terrain KOs, they would mistakenly restore Doctor Strange's ultimate energy. For now, we have disabled the portal's terrain KO attribution to temporarily fix this issue, as in terrain KOs will not count towards Doctor Strange's own KOs. Rest assured, this bug will be resolved in a future update, at which time we will restore the portal's KO attribution. Then there was one fix for PC users. It says that using FS3 frame generation technology to modify modify the resolution, could cause memory leaks resulting in blurry models. This issue has been resolved. And then lastly, for consoles, or more specifically for PlayStation users, there was a glitch involving the exclusive Scarlet Spider costume that now has been fixed. Perhaps the most interesting part of the patch is this little nugget at the end. It says we'll be keeping an eye on the frequency of different bugs and fixing them as fast as we can. We also have another patch in the works, this time with new content. Be sure to follow our socials for all the latest news. So that's super exciting. Even with all the content that's already in the game, new content is already in the works and should be arriving at least as soon as the next patch is released. So that's definitely something to look forward to. Speaking of new content to look forward to, let's get into those leaks. Here is your spoiler warning. If you'd rather not hear anything else about any of these, you have been warned. So over the last few days since the game's release, there have been a bunch of files correlating to new characters that have been unearthed. So let's talk about some of the latest that have come out. It was leaked a few days ago that the Thing was in the files for Marvel Rivals and was likely to be coming to the game at some point. Well, now it has also been revealed that the Human Torch, Invisible Woman, and Mr. Fantastic are also in the game files and also appear to be coming to the game. Now, I doubt that they're coming super soon because with the Fantastic Four movie coming out next summer, it's likely that Rivals will run a promo for the movie by releasing the Fantastic Four to the game at the same time. But still, it's really cool to know that all of the Fantastic Four will join us in the future. At least that's what it appears to be showing. Another awesome reveal from the game files is for none other than Blade. Blade's early look at his character model was also released, and so were some of his abilities. His primary weapon is a katana and a secondary weapon of a hunting shotgun. His passive is called Bloodline Liberation with 3 abilities, including Stomp and Slash, Dark Knight Attack, and Fang Deflect, as well as his ultimate, which is called New Moon. You can come to your own conclusion on what all of those will look like and feel like, but that's all we know so far. Invisible Woman also had her kit leaked. It shows her weapon is psionic invisibility, so not surprisingly she won't have any actual physical weapon. Her passive is Invisible Energy, with her abilities being Psychic Strike, Psychic Aid, Psychic Vortex, and Psycho Field. So you can probably see a pattern growing there. I'm interested to see how they'll use invisibility for Invisible Woman because there's many characters using some form of invisibility, so I hope they can really make her stand out because, well, she's the Invisible Woman. On top of that, there is also a new Black Widow skin that was found in the files and is more than likely on its way to the store. This Western-style Black Widow looks to be an option soon. This leak is a little older, but I thought I'd mention it anyway, that Ultron has also been found in the leaks, and there's even a decent chance he could be coming sooner than you think, according to the data miner. So maybe Ultron could be the new content that was being teased in the latest patch notes. We'll have to see. Alright, so that does it for me, guys. I hope you got some knowledge from this and feel more informed on what's going on with Marvel Rivals. Obviously, we've been covering primarily Helldivers 2 for a while, but we do like to cover more games, especially when Helldivers is in a bit of a dry spell when it comes to news. And like I said, we have been really enjoying this game, so we'd love to hear from you guys if you're enjoying this game as well, or if you're just interested in it, or even if you're not, let us know in the comments down below. Also, if you are coming here for the first time and like what you hear, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a future video. And also, please smash the like button if you guys enjoyed the video because it does help a lot, and we will see you guys next time.